procrastinating.
We live
talking shit.
We live cute lives.
Well,
we're back.
We are. This time we mean it. We're
real.
back for real. Okay. Life has just
been lifing for real.
Life has been
everybody.
Lifing me
for everybody. So you know, no
damn near
here,
knifing me.
But taking the bitch out. We were just briefly talking about how, at least for me, and she knows it because she's got to hear most of my shit. Every trauma that exists to me has come up in some way this year. Like, and it's making me so sensitive, and I hate it. And it's like
you're mad sensitive. That's why y'all ain't get an episode in between, because this bitch got real sensitive.
Yes, but it's double though. Like I'm sensitive regardless. But it's been like everything is just like making me feel bad about myself.
The water signing.
It's been water signing, and I'm supposed to appreciate it because if it it's gonna come out one day, right? So I rather it's supposed to come out now because guess what? It didn't come out before, and the life felt like beautiful, but it was just suppressed. So it needs to come out. All of it needs to come out and be addressed. But it's been it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And yeah, that's just what's been going on. That's just what's been going on. A lot little things have been coming to the surface for me.
For me too. I think I've been definitely unpacking a whole lot of traumas too. And I know that that's like a lot of people talk like in these psychology terms lately about like PTSD trauma, but legit, like I have legit PTSD. Mm-hmm. I have legit childhood trauma. I have legit relationship trauma. Like there's some shit that has really been fucking coming out. And how you talked about how like you used to just work to cover it up.
But I didn't even realize I was. Yeah. Everything. I remember my ex dead ass telling me, let me guess what you're about to say next. Fuck it, you about to go do some work. I was like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because during that prime, there was always something to do. Always.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me one time something, and I was like, no, I could keep my eyes open for 24 hours and work on Quartz and Rainbows. There's always something to do. So it wasn't never intentional, but now, remembering that he even said that, it was like, damn, I was that person for a minute. So now my life is solely the opposite. So that's a trigger too, like, but no, you're not a bum bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but like, I feel like it in a sense because I'm not sitting on that work. And what if I'm just not supposed to right now? Like I watched something really good last night, and it was just like, what if you're supposed to be struggling right now and you are fighting that shit, and you're delaying whatever you're supposed to learn to do next? And it sounds like so then the other part of me wants to be like, that sounds good, but what if I'm not? I don't want to sit in that struggle, but like, what if the fuck you are supposed to sit down for a minute? And that shit is hard.
Yeah, but like,
the but like is what I'm feeling like. But no, what if you're not? I don't
believe in I'm supposed to struggle. I'm definitely not.
Well, she did say struggle, but what she meant, the
I don't believe in struggle life. I don't believe in struggle love. Like
I know her intent behind it was like, because this feels like struggle. Not having answers feels like struggle to me.
Right.
So if I'm keep trying to find the answers, what if I'm supposed to sit the fuck down for? What if I thought it was 2 weeks and it's 2 months? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Yeah.
Her intent, struggle was the wrong word, but she did say struggle. But I knew the intent was positive, what she was trying to say, because it ended up making sense. But that shit is hard as hell. It's like I feel like I am getting beat with a fucking bag of bricks in a sense. Like I really have to wait. All of this has to come up. Everything that happens it shows me something, and I'm like, damn, I really skipped over that too.
Yeah. So like, I think definitely work is one of those, for me, work is one of those things that like, working at something that, like, I like to do things. Mm-hmm. And you said that to me the other day. You were like, bitch, because you're always fucking doing something. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm one of those people who like, I can't sit still.
Yeah.
Like even for me, like I've tried doing the whole stillness meditating, but I have a lot more of those meditative downloads when I'm like on the bike or exercising. Yeah, like when I'm like moving. Mopping to me is one of my favorite ways to meditate because I'm like moving and like even when, or like coloring, like if my hands are moving and I'm doing something like
but that's
how
probably still, okay, but that's not a bad thing. That's something that you came to realize.
Right.
So the sitting still may not be your type. And there's so many different, so like sometimes I may feel like my version of meditating is not always sitting still like this. I could just be like sitting in the motherfucking middle of the forest, and that's where my things come from. So it is still, but it's okay. Something had to happen for you to realize that, you know what, this is my meditation. Yeah. My bike time and my mopping, and that's okay.
But I think that's because for me, like I have to, and maybe this is like, maybe somebody will say, well, why do you feel like you have to be productive in order to feel like fulfilled? But that's me. Like I have to, like I think that it's meditative for me because as I'm like mopping, I'm also getting things done that need to be done. Or as I'm like, it allows me to like disassociate while still being present in the things that need to be done. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that's why I feel guilt about like certain things, like even like the coloring. Like I love to color. Yeah. But it's like, this is not going to produce. I gotta ask my cousin where she got it. But like,
you ain't seen the one with the big dicks in it.
Oh, I would love to see that.
I'm gonna find it for you.
But like, so like even that, I still feel guilty because it's like, is this really getting anything done? Yeah. Even though it's just like me, sometimes it's just me. Like when I need to get creative, that's how I'll start. Like I'll start by coloring because then I can get some thoughts. But like as far as like work, I enjoy, like like that 7 years of being a stay-at-home mom was difficult, even though yes, I was working. I think I was doing a bunch of people's work.
The whole
7 years, yeah. But like when I needed to escape, I found a job bartending. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like work was my like outlet. But it also, like when I think back to when I lived in Atlanta, like I had my day job, but I also like waited tables at night. And it wasn't necessarily because like I needed the money. Like, of course, you know, I needed the money like to pay for stuff, but it was like I had a full-time job. But at the same time, that was my socializing because just going out to the club to me, it's you out like useless. You know what I mean? Like when I'm working the tables, like when I'm at like doing the bottle service and stuff, I'm still social. Like this is my social life, my nightlife. Like I'm meeting people, I'm dancing, I'm having fun with my coworkers, but we're getting money at the same time.
No, that sounds like a positive thing. My thing that I've been struggling with, and I was talking to my friend Blue about it the other day, where she does a good job of making me not feel so shitty. Like how you said coloring, maybe you weren't doing something, but you were. You were doing something for your mental. Yeah. So that is my thing. It's like I didn't take them 5 years straight. I ain't really do shit for my mental. Yeah. And I had a baby in the middle of that shit. Yeah. So now I remember even I have notes, so many notes of it, even in readings. He'd always say, you need to be meditating more, you need to go outside in nature. And I remember that shit sounded like a fucking joke. Like, okay. Go outside in nature and do what? Like, bro, like that's why. And do what? And then I would like it would be like a day or two after. I'm like, girl, go take you a little walk there or something in nature. Yeah. And I would never do it. Damn it! I've been doing that shit almost every day, and this feels like it is what needs to be done. It is doing something. It don't look productive, but it's doing something because it's helping a lot of shit come up. Yeah. I would prefer that it wrap it up. That season, you know, whatever the fuck it is, okay, start to wrap it up. But Careful, this is a man that I follow on Instagram who I really like him and his wife. He was talking about it, and I was so happy I jumped on his live right in time. He said he had like some years of fucking not having hardly no money, spending all this time in nature, and he was like looking back like he would not change, because now he's good. Right. He's good. He would not change a thing. In the years, I could go. I'm cool without the years. He also didn't have the kids. He only has one kid now, but so I could go without the years. But sometimes this shit is just hard facing what you have to do.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like I have been so not aligned. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned this to you. I was like, I haven't been coloring.
Yeah.
I haven't been taking out the time to mop. Like, every time I look at the floors, I get angry because I'm like,
and you like mopping the floors.
And I love mopping the floors.
I'm glad
yeah,
you
like, and it's
floors.
like, for me, I'm like so frustrated, and I feel like I just cannot, like, was it you that I was like, it feels like you take like some, like some marbles or some seeds or some shit, or like you fall, you're like carrying all these things. Mm-hmm. This is what it's like carrying all these things that I have to get from like point A to point B, right? And I trip and everything falls out. And I'm just like reaching, trying to grab all these things, and I can't touch anything. So like, I feel like I'm trying to figure out how to like get this thought out, that it's like sitting right there, but I don't know how to word it. That's the problem.
Sometimes
I can't find my words.
Feel what you're trying to say, because even though my life is different, it still makes zero sense how like I just did that for him today. Yeah. Like it's
right. Like
things are behind, but they shouldn't be behind, because I have the time.
filled out those divorce papers, and I still like can't wrap my mind.
Don't get me started on that, because I know how that goes. And
right.
I also did, but I did that in the middle of being super busy with work, like you were.
Right.
So give yourself grace with that.
But in the midst of it all, this is the point I was trying to get to. My
to-do list that I created, okay, I made a whole business on this shit, because I was really fucking good at it, is not to doing, bitch. It's not to doing, and then I feel guilty because it feels like it's not as big as some other people's, but it's just very weird. I don't even have the boys here, so it's like all the guilt of, okay, I sent them with their father so I can get this done, but the shit still ain't getting done. So I'm like, but how the fuck is just...
But I think it's because like what you were saying, like this is what I've been trying to get out, is like in the thick of it all of this trauma is fucking bubbling up to the surface. Mm-hmm. And it's like... it's like a vicious cycle, because it's like, maybe I could unpack this trauma if I could just get into this meditative state and do the things that I like to do, like my gym, my workout, like shit has been off. Like I've been like, I'll go for a couple of days and then something comes up, or like something happens and then I like, you know what I mean? Like,
and so how you feel about the gym, that's how I've been feeling about my time outside. So like, when I don't do it, I feel nasty, like the person that didn't go to the gym, like, ew, something's bad in here.
Like I feel I'm cranky with people and
so
shit.
I can feel the difference. It's equivalent to what I've always heard people say about not going to the gym. Like if I don't go and just sit in the middle of something, I can feel that shit. But back to the traumas. I hate to say it, for whatever reason, that shit has to come up to unlock.
I know, but it's really, it's like, now, my nigga, right now, we gotta deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got all this shit going on, and this is what, so I have, like, a family member who's very sick, right? And this shit has been fucking with me real bad. But, like, I realized...
at least we can cry in front of our friends, because I've been crying in front of my friends forever. That's okay. We can edit this out.
But like, I realized like, obviously it's like, this is one of the closest people in my life. But this is not the first time that one of the closest people in my life has been in and out of the hospital. Do you know what I mean? And it didn't end well the first few times. So like, that fear kicks in.
And then you're not there.
And I'm not there. And
this is when we're supposed to say, you're not there, but be grateful that it's a car ride instead of a plane ride. I don't give a fuck. I'm not.
It don't matter. I'm not there.
That is So I was, okay. Here's another thing I realized. And this is not a bad thing, because the shit was working until it don't work. But I was more in a positive state then. And now I'm just not. Yeah. So then you feel guilty for not. But like Kirsten we just gotta do, I mean, we have to be in this state, because so then I could get guilty, because I'm like, but when I was really in that positive state, things were flowing.
Right.
But you can't skip this state, whatever the fuck this is. You can't skip it. You can be all as positive as you want, but whatever it is, it's going to come up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I don't even know how to completely word it, but it works until it doesn't work, until you have to sit. And then one thing I will say, no matter how crazy my life is right now, I am confident that I'm going to be okay and better because all this is coming up, and like I so many things about myself. I'm like, oh damn, like no, you were wrong in that, you fucked up in that, you gotta do better at this. I am really learning myself. Then I didn't learn it because I didn't have fucking time to do it. Like it's just, I was talking. Now I don't want to say too much. I was talking outside of the trail the other day, and I was told like, man, you're accountable though. And I'm like, but I was not always.
Right.
I promise you, like, this little version of that you just heard, this wasn't me. I was kind of fucked up.
So that's the other part, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? I got, you know where I'm going now.
Yeah.
Light up the motherfucking cup. So my man, right? So that's the thing. So like, I am.
Bless his heart.
Exactly. Because here's the thing, like, so I am a person who does not like to cry in front of people. Like that bitch shit that you just saw, don't get fucking used to that shit, okay? I don't like to cry in front of people.
This is a safe house for crying, I'll say that.
But like, so.
That's why I text you that. I'm like, oh, come downstairs.
You wanna come cry?
You were like, bitch, leave me the fuck alone. I'm on the phone.
I haven't been on the phone though, that's the thing, right?
Oh yeah,
okay.
I forgot.
So.
Hey.
So. We did get on the phone, and first of all, bitches, we good. Okay, because I know that some motherfuckers be coming around here just to be nosy. Hey, to you too.
Not the whole. Listen, all of life ain't fucked up.
No. So, you know, like I've been holding all this in, right? Like thinking about like, okay. In the back of my mind, I'm like, she's gonna be good because she's, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, God wouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But God be just doing whatever.
God do whatever.
But so I'm like, okay, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about my grandmother. I'm thinking about my uncle. I'm thinking about my father. Mm-hmm. My grandmother, I was giving my grandmother her insulin injections when I was like 8 years old. I was like, sucking it up in a syringe, tapping the bubble out, like squirting, injecting into her arm multiple times a day, 7, 8 years old. Now, that could go two ways. I could be in healthcare, or I could be like terrified of illness. Hell no, but I'm saying like terrified of illness because this is what I saw from a young age, and she still died. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I have this like in the back of my mind, and so seeing what I'm seeing right now, like you know, like she came home from the hospital, she went back in, and they were trying to figure out like why is this happening, right? So I finally, you know, I got on the phone with my man and I started like talking about all this, and I started just spinning. Like I was like spiraling.
When was this?
This was the other night. And he was so quiet.
I'm only laughing thinking about the conversation.
But the conversation, right, it was a whole lot happening. The conversation started with him calling, and we can talk about this, with him calling me, talking about Keke Palmer and Usher on their little fucking publicity stuff.
Oh, that's how it called. That's how it started the other night when y'all started talking.
Yes.
Okay. So, people call with the motherfucking current events.
With the current events, we want to discuss.
A man's is gonna call and ask you how you feel about the current event,
right?
And I love it for him.
And so, like, I guess I was like in a mood because I was just thinking about all this.
I think about that.
I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about nothing. I was thinking about the current stuff going on in my head right now, right? And he was so calm. He was so like kind and sweet, and just like, I'm so glad that I got me a spiritual ass man. Not on some no, get the body. You know what I'm saying? Like, no,
You can say it.
no shade.
No, it ain't no shade because I ain't with that.
He ain't say, well, Jesus said that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say none of that.
I had a whole situation just, it could have been cool, not work because of that different belief shit. So listen, we are God women. We never said anything about no Bible. And that's all I got to say about that. If you want to cancel me for that, then cancel me.
So, sorry, that was work. Let's not let him on the clock or anything. I'm just drinking juice, by the way.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, that was the thing. Like, he was like, this is what he's like, of course he did. I'm thinking, of course. He was like, Kiki and Usher. He said some wild shit. I can't remember, but it shit was funny. Like, in hindsight, I'm like, this shit was funny. But in the moment, I just was like, in my head.
Yeah.
But the thing is, having this good situation, no, that shit ain't no fucking situation.
You already know what I say. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't care. Going through trauma or not. It is nothing like having a little man hug at the end of the day. And I don't even mean physically. I'm saying like that conversation is
right.
You know, it doesn't.
Right.
I don't even mean physically.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says.
But see, this is what I'm saying though. Like, because you know me, I'm like, oh, what? You know what I mean? Like, what? From who?
Anyways.
Ew. But I'm saying,
like
so my point is, that's what I'm saying. My point is like having this good, it's not a situation, yo.
It's okay.
It's the whole fucking, we lit, okay? Having that, a lot of my other trauma be showing up, and I be wanting to self-sabotage sometimes, and I be trying to, but he said to me,
I'm glad you said that. It just brought me to something else. Keep self-sabotage at the top so we can talk about
okay, stick a pin on the self-sabotage. Because I do be self-sabotaging. Right.
Me too. I read it in the text message. That was something else that was said about me.
Oh. Okay. So, hold on now. You ain't say that.
I just thought about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause I'm going to me. I delete every time I don't like.
Not me. I will keep receipts from 1845.
I deleted yesterday's thread. Oh, didn't show up. I delete everything, but it's for me because I don't have time to dwell on it right now.
No, because I'll be like, you didn't say what?
What was said?
And I quote, Exhibit A, bitch. Don't try me, because I will pull that shit out from October 27, 1983. If my mama tried to tell me that I was bottle fed or breastfed, I'd be like, hold up. We got the receipts from when I was 5 days old.
My mama giving me my wrong birth time. It was wrong from the birth certificate.
See, I only know mine because I saw my birth certificate. I lost my birth certificate.
I had to find my birth certificate, and I was like, yeah, this.
But like the new one doesn't have all that information on there. It's just a record of birth. Like when I had to get like a reprint, it didn't have the birth time and shit that my original one did. I lost it I lost it when I moved to Atlanta.
Now you bring it up. Now I have to talk about her ass. Anyway.
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
Trauma. So
oh, God.
Can I tell you? I don't want to get on this whole like, this is not a show about my man, okay? But I am going to say this. To be told, whenever you think about self-sabotaging, just remember I'm not going to give you the opportunity to do that because this, and this. Like, no, bitch. We in this.
Love that. What's on me?
No.
It wasn't on?
Okay, maybe it was. Maybe it just doesn't stay
Yours
lit.
ain't lit either.
Okay, it just doesn't stay lit. All right, so, but yeah, so.
You sure?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
I shouldn't.
Now it's lit?
Yeah, I think it just doesn't stay lit for the battery.
Okay.
Because you saw how it had to turn on. We're trying some new stuff, y'all. New mics.
Little coochie coo.
Little hairy ball. So yeah, but I don't like dealing. I don't like it. I don't like unpacking. I keep my shit in the suitcase for as long as I can.
Yeah, not so. Yeah, I just didn't realize I had so much. It's just this year.
It's like you don't realize that you have so much. And I'm sorry to tell you, but I started unpacking shit at age 37, 38.
Yeah.
So I be forgetting. And I'm still.
You know, that's funny because I'll be forgetting you, what, 2 years? You'll be 40.
Yeah, I'll be 40.
Older. So
in 2 months.
That's funny.
I got 2 months left in my 30s.
No, but that's funny you said it, was I be forgetting like you ain't graduated the exact same year as me and shit. So that's funny that you say that, because I've noted when I go back and cause I'm thinking about like one of my older friends, she older than you though, but like I remember her at 37. She was all right financially, but like now I'd say she's like 44, 45 when she's good, but I'm like, it's not, I just remember
because remember in our 20s thinking like by the time we were this age we would be so like. I
just remember it was 2017ish, so that been 6 years ago. She's 44. She was 38, right? Remember her being around her and her borrowing some money from her mom, and she was 38. This woman is so good right now, so fucking good. So at that point she seemed a little older because she was just older than me. What was I, 32 or something?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she was dead, and it wasn't even I remember the amount. It wasn't even a whole lot, but the fact that she needed that, she was okay. She had her little apartment. She was all right at that moment, but the fact that she still needed that just put things in perspective right then. Like, yeah, it's gonna all work out like it always do. But okay, so many little points came up. I don't know which one I want to start. So you said self-sabotage. So. Something happens. Oh, so much just comes up. I'm glad it's just her that got to deal with it and not somebody else, because she'll just. But you love me.
I do love you. Hold on.
Not deal with it like that. I'm just saying in your safe space.
I just got to tell you, I can't take no more.
No, I don't mean like that. I don't want to dump. I don't want that. I don't mean that.
I know.
I was even telling my little friend about you. I was like, she sounds like a good friend. So she is. So. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta be a good friend today. Fuck. Fuck. It's important though. So, okay. So I told her off camera, I read a text message that was not for me this weekend, but it was about me, and that is always a low blow. And you know what's funny? The fact that even happened, like. Oh, not Mr. Perfect. That was a funny in itself. But I read something that was about
It makes me wonder if he did that shit on purpose.
Who knows, girl? Who knows? It don't matter. I'm glad. Whatever it is, I'm glad you did it.
The only okay, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
I told him this. I said, how the fuck did you even do that unless you were screenshotting? You were screenshotting my messages, sending them to the person. That could have been a thing too.
Oh, maybe.
And then you know how you can get, that's the only, I think, and it wasn't no response. So I think we were showing the person something I said. So long story short, I'm not even gonna get into the details, but I saw a message about me that wasn't supposed to be sent to me, and it was sent to me. And yeah, so it said what I told you, that thing, we will leave off here, but then it was like, I sent to self-sabotage is what he said. I do. I'm not going,
Oh, he was telling this person that you tend to self-sabotage.
Yeah. So I'm not going to,
but at least you know that.
I've been new. Well, I've been new. I'm not here to act like, I'm undumping the shit.
I'd be fucking self-sabotaging, and like, I know where it, that's the thing, like, but on the other hand, like, I always be doing these affirmations, like, who are you to me to say I'm not supposed to be beautiful and fabulous? Quote, Mary Ann Williamson.
I think the only reason that Mr. Smart Ass, and I say that literally, smarter than all you hoes, did that is because I think it was screenshot. I think it was that. So. Anyway, whatever, I seen what I had to see. I need to see it. More gut-wrenching shit, right? So, I had to see it, so that was that. So then, something else wild happened. Hey, girl, because you've been asking where's the podcast, you've been worried. I'm like, you just been busy, girl. All right, so I
see. She'll know what the fuck you see it, Jill. I'll be sorry. I didn't mean to call her out. Hey, girl, we miss you too.
So, saw old middle school friend this week, right? He told me, I told him in 9th grade, mind you, we are 14 years old. He couldn't do shit for me. And he didn't have a car, and he couldn't do shit for me, and all these things. And my mouth just dropped because I'm just imagining, and he said this, he's like, imagine your son going back to tell you that. I said, if Rico or Rocco or Jahan came to me and told me this little bitch just told them that you can't do nothing for me.
Tell that little hoe I ain't gonna do shit for you anyway.
I would be like, fuck that bitch. And I would just be like, fuck her.
Fuck her.
She ain't that cute.
And she bet not call this house because I'm gonna tell her.
Listen,
you look dusty.
You look dusty. So he's telling me this, and I'm like, I don't remember the conversation, but I told him, look, I don't remember this, but it's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know that it's true because I know where it came from. I said, but it wasn't from me. It's what I was fucking taught.
And here's the thing about the things that we were taught, because on the flip side, and this shit just fucking came up too, bitch. This just came up. Y'all, like, as a mother, I am so conscious. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't have a daughter, right?
So, you know, that's why I'm extra strict with her.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Mine was so strict with me. Mine was so strict with me. And it created this hyper independence because I just got done telling my man how, like, historically, I ain't never take men seriously. Because it was like, I didn't see that. I didn't see men who were to be taken seriously. My stepfather was great, but, like, he ain't had no money. Yeah. My mom was the breadwinner. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, in high school, my high school boyfriend, I'm writing his papers and paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? I get to college, my fucking biological father shows up out of nowhere, gives me like $600 or something, right? I give $300 to this dude to go pay for his class.
So that's the flip
and what does he do? Buy a pair of Jordans with it. You see what I'm saying?
I know.
The shit is a flip side,
I do think
right?
I'm not.
So when I have some man who's telling me, like, yo, relax, dude, like, why are you so, it's hard to be soft.
So listen, so with my daughter, I do think, and I'm far from a perfect parent, perfect parents don't exist, but I do think we have a nice little balance. There's things I still need to work on and stuff, but I just be telling her the real. I don't tell her what to go do for money. We just had a conversation about 3 days ago. I said, listen, I asked her some questions. I believed her answers. I said, all right, just know, because she could have lied. She told me some shit, and I was like, all right, cool. That's age appropriate. Just know, and this, I was never told this, nothing you do, you can take back. Like, well, I'm big on those. I do think I do good at that with her. I'm like, anything you do, you can't take back, down to a fucking text message. Anything you send these niggas, know they're getting screenshots. Right. Like, I tell her, because they're in a different era as us, so I think I do good at that, and she be listening, and she don't be, you know, she takes it in. Right. And I think that she actually listens to that. On the flip side, I understand it got to be some balance, because you had the opposite, and then you giving niggas money. I ain't never, to this motherfucking day, it's hard for me to give a nigga some I have before, but it was like, because you did so much for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
like, these were niggas who did absolutely nothing. Not even the bare minimum. They did absolutely nothing but fuck me good.
See, I never gave them.
But now the ones who weren't fucking me great, they were giving me a little bit of money. Yeah. They'll give me a little something. I ain't gonna say I ain't never got no money from a nigga, because I definitely have.
And I have too. So, but now,
I mean, I got a whole house and
period.
Not from a nigga.
Shut up. Now I'm just in this
from a colonizer.
So now
I got my 40 acres in my
Listen, now I'm in this space of, like,
that was very inappropriate.
Trying to parent myself, and the things I tell to her, I'm trying to meet myself in the middle too. Yeah. Because it's like, I was raised this one way, didn't totally work for me. In some ways it did. And then, because it was working a little bit and didn't work out, lost it all, was left with nothing. That hardened me, made me turn into Quartz and Rainbows. I was doing great. Then it made me somebody that I should have opened up to, how you are right now. I did not open up. now I don't have that situation either. Cool. I am literally trying to parent myself back into the balance, because I went from this person paying everything, this person paying everything because he's already paying for his own shit. But me, us having this little balance, but me always having this little bit of closure with him that he just like, I just want you to, and I'm like, oh nope, this is mine, work, this is mine, this is not, and then I may or may not have fucked that up. We'll never know. It don't even matter. But I am going back to this. Like, fuck what you were taught. What do you want? I'm back, and like I'm literally parenting myself in many ways at 38.
Okay, and so that
while trying to save my daughter too. I be telling her the real, trying to mix in my things. That
reminds me that like, so Parker, who's like my more serious kid. I remember him saying,
Mr.
like...
I'm counting my money because... he told me that day.
Was he say because he was about to pay for his game?
He telling me shit.
Because he had a game?
Face. Yeah.
So, okay, stick a pin on that. Stick a pin on that.
I'll be trying to keep a straight face with that.
Because I don't know if I should feel guilty right now, or sad, or ashamed, or proud right now. Okay, so... so he's Mr. Serious, right?
So serious.
But I remember, like, this was, like, recently... probably like within the past couple months, that he was like, I'll put other people's wants and needs before my own. I said,
He just said that randomly?
He did something, and I was like, oh, that was nice. And he said, yeah, I'm going to put other people's wants and needs before my wants and needs. I said, no, he said, I'm going to put other people's wants and needs before my wants and needs. I said, no. No, you're not.
That little one.
I said, first of all, you're need at all, ever. You want me to do what?
Ain't it funny how kids be just so different?
So I said, your needs are your needs, first of all. I said, if you need something, you need to put your needs before anything else. A need is a need on purpose. It's because it's something that you actually need. I said, and your wants, I said, if you're always putting other people's wants first and they're not considering you, you will become resentful. And I said, and other people should be putting, I said, if you're putting other people's wants first and needs, are they ever taking responsibility for their wants and needs? It's not up to you to put other people's wants and needs. I said, as your mother, I'm gonna put your needs first, because your needs are also my needs. But like, you can't live your life like that. And so in that, I'm parenting myself too, because bitch, I will drain myself the fuck out for other people before you know what I'm saying? And so I think that's the same thing. It's like, I'm parenting him.
It's all coming down to right now. It's like, it's all these little things that I'm like, have to like bring it back. And start over.
Like and I think it comes with like us having children and seeing like, whoa. That's what they mean about generational curses, and that's what they mean about breaking patterns. And
like I said, it ain't, I tell Zahara all the time, I say, Zahara, it ain't no perfect. I'm learning that shit every day, just like you're not going to be a perfect teen. But
I literally just said that to the boys this morning, because they were talking about, so Parker's first grade teacher moved schools. And I don't know if I told you, he used to go talk to her every day. Every morning or afternoon, he'd be in her room, playing music in her room, and her, like, just having one-on-one time with her and singing and dancing while she's... But I'm like, I know he's in there talking her face off.
One teacher he liked to.
But she transferred schools. So he was devastated. And Sean was hoping that he would get that same experience with her for first grade. Like, he was hoping to have her as a first grade teacher. But she's not there. And I said, mind you, this girl's like 23, 24, right?
So was hers, who was young.
I said, she's supposed to move around. I was like, she's young. This is when she has time, when she's supposed to move around and get different experiences so she can become a better teacher. And they were like, well, she's already a good teacher. And I said, there's always room for improvement. I said, I know you guys tell me I'm the best mommy in the whole world and I'm a great mommy, but there's always room for improvement. I feel like there's always room. Like, I am far from a perfect mom. My kids get way too much screen time.
Yeah, me too.
I'm saying, but that's probably the reason why they think I'm the best mom ever, because I'll be letting them be on them damn screens. Now, when they get to be 30, they'll be like, she used to just let us.
Until COVID, I swear. Before then,
Parker was a screen kid, but
No, man,
that was partially Mike, because Mike is a video game
I was
guy.
good at that.
Mike, all these TVs, bitch. If
Yeah.
it was just me, you think I would have one TV in here?
Before COVID, and mainly I'd say like with me.
The fact that they have TVs in their room, I was angry when that shit came up. I was mad because Mike will buy a gadget and gizmo. He got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
So the other day on the trail, weird ass nature bitch now, I was asked some really good questions, by the way. I was asked, damn, what they asked me, like the part of parenting that I didn't expect or something. Whatever, I can't remember the exact question, but I was like, I think that number one, my favorite part of parenting has been when they were newborns. Like I tell everybody, I will pick up anybody's newborn baby. I love newborns, right?
Nah.
So no, it's weird. I love newborns. So I said the thing
I just think about like the waking up all night.
I was all of that. I'm cool.
Boobs leaking.
My favorite. So the thing is, though, I said these children come and they are their own person, and they're not always like you. And I said, so the hardest part is watching the parts that ain't shit like you when you don't know how to. I don't know how to relate to that shit. I don't relate to that, you know? So he's like, damn, I
like a little selfish boy who looks just like me.
Right. So he's like, damn, I never heard anybody say that. And I'm like, yeah, you see the cute Instagram pictures and all the cute part, but like, nah, sometimes you like, I don't know that.
Or it could be the part that is like you that you're like, oh,
yeah, that too. So it's the same, same thing. But I was focused on
like I do believe Parker has ADHD. Parker is like super smart. Just how I like Parker is the numbers part. I started reading when I was 3 years old. Like I was the one who was expected to just do all these amazing things because I was so smart. He's like with numbers. Like I remember like him doing time. He was 3. I believe, sitting in the tub doing like 11 times 1 is 2, 11 times 2 is 22, like all the way up to 99.
Yeah.
But when he don't want to do something, he ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. So I was just telling him, I was trying, because sometimes, parenting questions, you can't even always put it in words, I think. Yeah. So I was like, I'm trying to put my best to put this in words, but for me, that's the hardest of like, nah, this shit really don't got no textbook. It don't matter. So anyway, cool conversation, but it's funny because it all goes back to this little period. It's just fixing shit.
Yes. And I do like, and that's the thing, like I'm looking at like the things that I need to address, and then you see it and you see like a hint in your kids like, oh shit. It can't be when they get to be 35 that they're suddenly like, wait, my mom had me do it. What my mom told me? What my mom said? What, you know what I mean? Like, so, I don't want them to, and I'm sure there's something that they're going to have to unpack.
Absolutely. It's going to absolutely be some unpacking. But what you just said, I'm only talking about the girl in my group. I'm going to take pride. I'm going to give myself that credit. That it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be some other shit. Cause she might be like, bitch, you ain't let me do it. It's gonna be some shit. Right. But it ain't gonna be, she not gonna be sitting on the couch. What the fuck my mother told me? She's not. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna take pride in that. She gonna have some other shit.
Now that shit, that came out I was probably like, I remember who I was dealing with. Remember what we were just saying? How like, yeah. And I remember her saying like, at least, basically she was saying at least secure a bag. You know what I'm saying? Despite all of the reasons that I should have separated myself.
Grown up. You were not a minor.
I know.
And she was right. No, not all the way. Because I know what situation you're talking about.
Right.
She wasn't right. But
I'm saying like that shit, but that shit didn't come out till later. And I was like,
she said that shit when it was age appropriate.
Right.
Kirsten, I was a minor.
Because she tried to say it in other ways when I was younger, but not like, it wasn't like as far as like money stuff. It was like this nigga, he can barely fucking read. Like this nigga, where's he going to school?
Yeah,
this nigga? So his mom was a crackhead. Like my mom used to say shit like that. Like
I think she now kept it age appropriate.
Right. But I'm saying like
Mine?
Yeah, she was always like, bitch.
Listen, the
Bitch.
things that I couldn't even, I know you're not lying. Like, I know, I just don't remember because maybe it was honestly, that shit was not me. That is why I rebelled and married the barber who loved me and my daughter. Mm-hmm. And, she was mad at that. No, for real. Like, it was like,
I know.
what? And I just rebelled because I'm like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, I want a man to pay bills, of course. I still want that. But I rebelled because it's like, no, this is not. Now, it really happened when I had Zahara. Because I got married, Zahara was 3. So once I had her, things just, in my mind, start shifting like, that's not what I would say to her. Like, look at this is my little girl. I wouldn't say that to her. She is getting of age, and there are still things I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that in 9th grade, he needs to go find him a car to drop you. That's my fucking job to give you a ride. If I don't want to do it, I'm just not going to do it.
Right.
You can't just hate me for regular teenage shit.
Because really, I don't want you being in a car with no 16-year-olds.
That, and you know what? My mother never let me hate her for regular teenage shit. They just can't. Like, Zahara be getting her little attitude. She dislikes me for normal reasons why kids don't like their moms.
I was not allowed.
A ride, didn't get a ride, not allowed to do that. I get the eye rolls. I never had to give her eye rolls because I was allowed to do everything. You understand?
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not saying my boo ain't going to have to untrap some different trauma. It's going to be something that she fucking can't stand about me. For sure. I'm okay with that. But it's not going to be this one particular subject that be coming up. No.
See, my mom was very strict with like in my teenage years, but I realized it's because my mom got pregnant with me when she was super young. Yeah. Yeah. Like my mother was a child when she had me. And so I recognized that a lot of it is that she saw like some missed opportunities that she had, and probably also she saw like this child is brilliant. You know what I mean? Because if I must say so myself, my nigga, I know I'm a little unhinged. But at one point in my life, I was known for being the smart kid. Okay.
I said, can you imagine having a baby right now? Where they gonna go? Cause I ain't got. where they gonna go? Just think about. Just keep that thought in the back of your head. Yeah. Cause just wait till I can help you with that. And by the time I can help you with that, you'll be of age. By the time I'm ready to help you with that. So let's just.
Or you'll have more sense.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm gonna as much as sometimes this parenting thing be having me in my feelings, that right there, I'm gonna pat myself for it, because she ain't gonna be, the little boy gonna be telling her what the fuck, unless, and if it did, it ain't come from me. Right. That's some shit. Like if it's in you, sis, go off. It's in you, but it wasn't. It was in me because it was put into me. It wasn't who I was, and Anyway, we've been talking a lot today, and I said I had nothing to talk about. Yeah.
You said something else. You were like, oh, that too. But I don't remember. You might have talked about it.
It was a self-sabotage. I just didn't even get to the details because whatever. It's irrelevant. I'm glad I seen the little raggedy ass text message.
Usher and Kiki. Remind me to tell you about that. Like, it was like, the one part was like the mess, but the other part was like, sir, everything ain't a fucking conspiracy. Damn. Because remember, like, remember the other conversation, you gonna call me about some marketing shit, and then it turns into a whole damn conspiracy. Like, come on, sir.
I don't know. We'll never know, but was it marketing, or did that shit just happen to be like that? I don't know. Well, I don't even give a fuck.
Who cares?
No, I don't.
People care, obviously.
Yeah, people care, but that's one thing I do like about myself. I don't really be giving a fuck. We'll talk about it, but I don't really be giving a fuck about it.
I don't be caring about celebrities.
People be really caring about that shit. I don't care about that shit.
But also, I guess you gotta also consider the scope. Do you know what I mean? Like,
we're in different times.
Or not even a different time.
Well, honestly, and another thing,
circles.
True. Yeah, I think, too, but we've been around. I'm not a stranger. So like I would say, if there would have been this blogging and Instagram shit back then, I don't know what it is. And I told you this. I'm not going to say any names, but there have been celebrities that were pregnant and stuff that I knew about their pregnancy before I hit the blog, because niggas told me, high value men told me. And And like, I was everybody's little pillow. Niggas used to tell me niggas business idol. It's been shit I've read about that I'm like, I knew that years ago because so-and-so told me.
Let me tell you.
Irrelevant because I'm not in the circles now. So I'm not, it's irrelevant. But I guess what we're agreeing to is that like, we don't give a fuck because we're not
even
been there.
Now, like, now
I'm sure you know business.
No, not even that. Oh. No. Well, because I don't like gossiping.
Just don't care, yeah.
Right. So, I was just about to say, even back then, in the thick of it, and like, I could even say there was something that came up recently. There was like a situation recently.
Remember me saying my friend name came up? That was funny.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like what you won't see is me in any pictures.
Yeah,
like when they send out galleries and like when they send out like there is never any footage. It is something that I have managed to do.
Not footage, but
there is never any footage of me in the midst of anything. Like, there might be a picture that I post for.
I know
there will never,
because I start following
no ATL pics
because
no Sandra Rose.
I start following, but even recently, I followed a page because of an event I know you went to, and I didn't see you.
Did you see me?
No.
You ain't see me
I didn't see you nowhere, and I know I could have seen you somewhere because who you were with at the event. I could have seen you somewhere, and I didn't, and that's funny because I noticed that because I only followed it because what you had good things to say.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think I will say.
That's what I like. That is one thing about me. And when I tell you, I have been some places and seen some things and done some things, and was looking fine at that.
I think that's one thing
will
that
never ever see me in no fucking gallery.
I think that's fair because
I wasn't there. You can't prove that.
Maybe we don't be giving a fuck about this new age celebrity shit because like.
But I feel like, and I can't even honestly say. I mean, it do be intentional, but like it's just something that I've managed to do because I have no desire to do what you was about to say. Like no.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Back when I was younger, I'm sure if I mean something, but I do remember. I'm thinking about.
I did model. I am very photogenic. I'm pretty as fuck.
You are. Period.
Okay.
I did,
but
see, I'm
you ain't gonna see me in no pictures.
I'm not that. I'm not.
You ain't gonna see me in no pictures though.
But I'm just thinking of a situation where I did a dodge. I will be like it. I see a camera coming, and somehow I have managed to always be like turning at that point, that
or like
that bitch was just tapping the wood or something. That reel I sent you that you reposted that stupid face sent me.
Oh yeah. She was like, gotta move my arm. She was like, gotta keep arm movement so it looks like I'm doing something because I do be wanting to just turn my head. This morning, I happened to go out into my garage and my neighbor was coming out of the garage. And I like him. He's a nice man. We speak. I just wasn't in the mood. So I like heard noise and I looked and I saw his shirt and I went right back into the garage. What's funny is
the person that sent me that, I can see them. I can see them doing that. But
I literally just like, I was like, let me just act like I'm doing something in my garage.
I think is intentional. It's just not a good fit.
It was time for me to go out back to my house. I just did not feel like talking.
Okay, this is... We'll share that. Okay, I ain't doing all that.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Hold on, wait. My phone's been acting up. This phone is old as fuck. It's probably due for an upgrade.
You probably got an upgrade sitting there waiting. Who that?
That's my man, bitch. my man. Real bad. I don't know. And I don't even know.
I wish I had his number. So I was like, this bitch is goofy as fuck over here. Please don't text her for the next 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. You lucky I got his name. Robbie snitching. I like him.
And bitch, yeah, snitches get stitches. Ho.
I like him. Even when he do dumb shit. That's because of life. I'm not gonna like a person every day.
I will say, I feel like some people be here on the strength. Never mind. Let me stop. Let me not. I just, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah.
Well,
They always be here in the comments.
oh, them?
Them and them.
Them? Hey. Well, we ain't got nothing.
Heard our mess.
But we don't have nothing for you, sis.
No, just this. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Thank you for tuning in to the 444 The Girls podcast. I'm Kirsten.
I'm Zakia.
Sorry, 444 the delay, but we back, bitches.